Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well. This is the preview of West Ham versus Leeds live at the London Stadium at 8 o'clock kickoff on Monday night on Sky Sports Live in the Premier League. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro kit, guys, as you can see from up here, including this shirt. I genuinely bought this before they became the channel sponsor. There's also claret and blue track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, to go check those out. Any purchases made through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly onto iron supporting food banks to help those in the Newham area that are really struggling. Now, as always, and as we know, the referee for this game is Mike Dean. Now, I take some umbrage with these reports recently about him having some time off for death threats and whatnot from the West Ham supporters and also the Southampton supporters as well. If it genuinely was that bad, he wouldn't have taken the week off, or was it a couple of weeks, whatever it's been. But at the same point, as far as I'm concerned, just give him a bit of a break. You know, we all make mistakes. Mike Dean is the biggest culprit for mistakes recently. I hope that the break that he took is giving him some perspective. We'll only have to wait and see. Now, the assistants for Mike Dean are Darren Can and Derek Eaton. The fourth official is Graham Scott. On VAR, once again, we've got Andre Mariner. Now, if I remember correctly, he was either on VAR for the Spurs game or for the City game. He's been on VAR recently, and I don't think there was any controversies around any of the decisions used for VAR at that point. And also, Mariner's assistant is Eddie Smart. Now, last time out, Leeds lost at home to Villa with an early goal from El Ghazi. You know, from looking at the highlights and looking from the match report as well, it looks like Leeds had the majority of possession. But as the Arsenal fans know, when they played Hull, just because you have a load of possession doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the game. And that's the case. This is what happens with Leeds. You know, that's what happens with every team for that matter. But also at the same point, this is a bad omen for our game, because normally when Villa lose at home, that the majority of the time this season they've gone away and they've won. So that's a bit of a marker against us in that respect, just because of the way that the fate of how games go. Now, their highest goal scorer, as we know, is Patrick Bamford. He's their biggest threat with 13 goals and 5 assists this season in all competitions. You know, one to look out for. I praised him when we played them away earlier in the season, in mid-December, if I remember correctly. And, you know, he's a very good player, and another player that Chelsea should never have gotten rid of. Now, their formation that they've been playing for the majority of the season has been 4-1-4-1. So I can see us going more back to a 4-2-3-1 than a 3-2-2-2, whatever the formation was for City. I think we can really exploit Leeds. They've got a few injuries at the moment, which PremierInjuries.com shows long-term injuries to Calvin Phillips, Forshaw and Macedo due to groin and hip and pelvic injuries respectively. Shackleton is also being assessed for a similar injury as well. There's knee injuries to Kosh and Berardi, but Berardi may be back for this fixture. He's being assessed, and Poveda Ocampo is likely to be out for the rest, well, at least for a long time. There's no return date for him due to his ankle injury. Now, as a result of this, there's not really any player here that worries me in terms of makes any impact on the game. So Leeds are pretty much going to have a very good full squad apart from those injuries, of course. But as I said, you know, we've got to keep an eye out for Patrick Bamford. We've got to keep an eye out for, I can't remember, there's an attacking midfielder as well that's very difficult to mark as well. So it's going to be a tough game for us. And as you guys will remember, when we played them in Ellen Road in the middle of December, we won 2-1 with headers from Soucek and Ogbonna after a penalty that we conceded early on, after that Klitsch scored after Fabianski fouled Bamford in this first half. So, you know, that wasn't the most easiest of games either, for that matter. And I do generally expect, as I said earlier, about the fact that genuinely what happens is when Leeds lose at home, they go away and they win. So it's going to be a very, very difficult game, but one that I'm really looking forward to, just because it's Leeds. You know, we haven't played, with the exception of obviously playing them earlier in the season, as I've just mentioned, we haven't really played them for a God knows how long. And it's always nice to play a team that we haven't played for a long time. I always enjoy those games. Now, over the last 4 weeks, 3,700 odd views on this channel have come from people that are unsubscribed, and the ratio of that is basically about 1,200 people plus, give or take, are unsubscribed. So if you are enjoying what I'm doing and you want to know more and you want to join in for the live chats that we have every Wednesday, and also the watch alongs that happen, including for this game at 10 to 8 on Monday night, then by all means please do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get to know when new content is going up. Now, turning to West Ham, we lost 2-1 away to City at the Etihad on Saturday, and once again a big thank you to everyone that joined in the watch along. It was a very entertaining, very funny conversation, as it always is with you guys, and it's always good to see new people in the chat, even the person that was trying to troll me by coming up with just absolutely useless Sky Sports cliches. You know, but it's good. It's always good. I'm always happy to see new people, and it's always great that we're having the same people coming back all the time. We've got a nice community here, guys, so please generally do subscribe and help grow the community. But in terms of the game itself, the game went pretty much as well as any of us would have expected, and we even got a nice endorsement from my all-time biggest rock star hero, Liam Gallagher, on Twitter, said that how well we played. You know, we were all saying before the game, 2-1 loss, 3-1 loss. You know, a couple of people would take a draw, of course, you know, because obviously we drew with City early in the season. But they are a goal machine now, City. And we gave them a bloody good fight. I don't care what anyone's going to say. We gave City a very good fight. You know, I mean, there's always been a very nice mutual respect between the West Ham fans and what I deem as the old school Man City fans, i.e. the Man City fans that didn't come out of the woodwork once they won the league, once they won the FA Cup, etc. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's that there's always been that, because at the end of the day, guys, as the majority of us know, up until when Sheikh Mansour came in with a empty black whole of Calcutta bank account, basically, they were pretty much exactly as we are. You know, I mean, and you know, the backgrounds of both sets of supporters are exactly the same. The attitudes of both sets of supporters are exactly the same, and that's one of the reasons why we always absolutely love each other in terms of that, because there's always good conversation between them. And yes, okay, you know, you can argue about the second goal that we conceded again from John Stones. You know, for example, you know, that you could have been better marking from Creswell, could have been better marking from Fornals, etc. But you know, because John Stone had plenty of time to screen for the ball and then score. But in general, it was one of, if not our best away performance this season, possibly on par, maybe slightly higher than the Leicester game, quite frankly. Now, turning to West Ham injuries, Masuaku is still out, but could be back for the Man United game on Saturday. So that could be interesting. If not, I reckon he'd probably be out for Arsenal, back for Arsenal, as I previously discussed. Fredericks is a 50% chance of returning from this fixture. Fabianski and Randolph are currently being assessed with their elbow and thigh injury, respectively. But as I say, it looks like Fabianski is going to be back for this fixture, which is fantastic news. I don't think Randolph did too badly. It's the West Ham luck in it with injuries, unfortunately. But as I say, hopefully Fabianski is going to be back. Ogbon is still doubtful. There's no return for him as yet, and is still being currently assessed. So we'll have to wait and see on that. I don't think he's going to be back for this game, to be honest with you guys. I genuinely don't. But as always, this means that the penultimate part of this video is we're going to talk about the starting 11. Now, I really racked my brains over this because, yes, we needed to make a change, not just because I predicted Fredericks to be out on the wing for the last couple of fixtures, but I couldn't think of anything better. So here is my starting 11.
Fabianski in goal, with a back four of Soufal, Dawson, Diop and Creswell. Rice and Souček in the defensive midfield, with Bowen, Fornals and Benrahma in midfield, with Lingard up front.
Now, of course, there is going to be a very, very good chance that Antonio's going to be back for this fixture, but I just don't think I don't think he will. I genuinely don't think he will. He blew it. He played fantastically against City, but he just didn't look properly fit enough. I'm hoping the week's breaks improved his fitness, but as I say, that's the starting 11 that I want to see. Guys, as always, let me know what you want to see in the starting 11. Do you agree with my starting 11? Do you agree with my formation? Give me your thoughts in the comments below. Please do share this video if you feel that anybody that doesn't know the channel, because it would be nice to try and get us to 2,000 subscribers. Please do like this video if you've enjoyed it. And guys, as I said, we'll be live at 10 to 8 on Monday night for the watch along, so please come along and enjoy that. In the meantime, guys, enjoy your weekend. Have a fantastic time, as much as we possibly can do, and I will see you Monday night. All the best. Take care.